Kerby's nursery, Safner, Florida. Boom, boom, boom. This is SparksAcademy.com. Our finest home education program on earth, right at our home. We're with Mr. Joey, the founder and the owner of Kerby's nursery in Safner, Florida, with our Julian. And we're gonna do a brief interview with them today.
Hi, my name is Julian Otto with Sports Academy, and today we're at Kerby's nursery to interview the owner, Mr. Joey. So we have a list of questions. We're just gonna run through the list. Okay.
I'm ready.
So the first question is, what does Kerby's nursery do?
So, we're a retail garden center. We sell plants, that's pretty obvious. But we also host a lot of community events, things like yoga in the garden. We do a lot of seminars to help educate people. And we try to be a place for people to get great Central Florida information so that they can be successful in their gardens.
Okay, so so next question is, what is the best product you'd recommend for people to buy at Kerby's?
The best product? We sell an awful lot of products. So it kind of depends on what you mean. In terms of what category. I can tell you a few of my favorite plants maybe, and then maybe some things that we would use to plant them. Does that sound fair?
Okay.
Yeah. So a couple of plants that we really love, things like Bloom My Mind, really beautiful, colorful flowers. For shrubs, there's things like Laura Petalum that are really hardy and beautiful. And those are some of our best sellers when we're putting landscapes together for people. But then to plant, it's really important to do it right. So we sell Biotone, which is an organic fertilizer with beneficial fungi and bacteria that help the plants. And that's probably one of our best sellers for making sure that plants grow really well.
Okay, so the next question. What is your favorite plant?
My favorite plant. So again, like a loaded question. There are so many potential favorites, but I do kind of have a favorite when people ask me. It's called the Jaboticaba. Kind of hard to say. It is an edible cherry. It's kind of a Brazilian cherry, but what's really cool about it is that the fruits and flowers come out on the trunk of the tree. So it's a very interesting edible plant. So that's my favorite.
Okay, so how many plants roughly are
You should probably pan the camera and just look around. We probably have like 10 to 15,000 at any given time, and more in the springtime. So lots of different types of plants, probably usually around 1,000 different kinds. So lots and lots of plants for sure. I don't always keep count. I've never tracked that number before. It scares me sometimes. It's a lot to take care of for sure.
Okay, how long has Kerby's nursery been open?
So my father-in-law founded Kerby's nursery in 1980. So this year we are celebrating our 44th birthday.
So, okay, next question is, you already mentioned one edible plant, but are there any other edible plants at Kerby's nursery?
So edible plants are one of my favorite things. So we do a lot of different edible plants. In season, so in springtime when it's veggie planting season time, we'll have vegetables for sale. We'll have them again in the fall when it's the right season for it. We always have herbs in stock, so those are edible as well. And then we typically have anywhere from 60 to 80 different varieties of fruit trees. The Jaboticaba I mentioned, that's one that I love, but things like Barbados cherry, mangoes, avocados, citrus, loquats, whole variety of different fruit trees. So lots of edible stuff for sure. One of my favorite things to do in the garden, plant fruit trees.
Okay. So, next question is, do you have your own garden?
I absolutely have my own garden. Not always as pretty as it could be, just the sort of busman's holiday kind of thing, where when I'm at home it's not always the first thing we do. But yes, we do have a garden. We're getting ready to get our veggie garden rebuilt, and I have a little bit of a fruit orchard, probably about 15 different fruit trees that are planted in our own yard. Not to mention our landscape beds with beautiful flowers. So we certainly love doing it at home as well as at work.
Okay, what plants can you eat that most people actually don't know that you can eat?
A couple come to mind. There's certainly like wild edibles that are out there. There's a weedy plant called Biddens. It has a white flower with a yellow center. Most of us get it as a weed in our yards at some point, and its flowers are edible. That's one that people probably don't know about. But there's two or three that come to mind. So the Pindo palm is a really pretty palm tree. And the berries on it create a really delightful jelly. Beautyberry is a native plant that wildlife and birds love, and you can actually make a jelly out of those berries as well. They don't taste that great right off the plant. Those are two that come to mind that are like edible, but you don't always think about.
Okay, so the next question is, how does Kerby's Nursery support the community?
Sure. So a lot of our community support, plant donations to projects. We do those in a limited amount. We do get a number of requests, so we do have to limit some of those. But another way we support the community is through our free seminars and events that we do. So we do a lot of free things here at the nursery. We have an Easter egg hunt at the day before Easter, and then our seminars are all free for people to come out and learn how to garden, learn how to grow those edibles at home, or make their gardens beautiful.
Okay. Okay, so let's see.
You haven't stumped me yet, I don't think.
I know some intruder tries to harm your plants. Which one is it? Like, which one?
Sure.
Which
I
pest
don't think
most
you're
like-
referring to like thieves generally. I think you're referring to like pests.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot. I mean, every plant has a pest of one sort or another. That is kind of a natural thing. So each plant has its own. So if I had to think of some of the worst that we've dealt with over the last year or two, it would be whitefly and mealybug are two that have been particularly pesty on our plants generally.
Okay, so this question may be a little funny. Do you like ladybugs?
Do I like ladybugs?
Yes.
Yes, I do. Yes.
Okay. And
They eat a lot of aphids, which is really, really awesome.
okay, so the last question is, overall, what is the best part of Kerby's Nursery?
So for me, the best part of owning and working here at Kerby's Nursery is being able to interface with our local gardening community, to teach them how to garden properly. There's a lot of bad information out there on the internet. To give them good information for our area and to see them become successful. They go from novice gardeners who can't keep anything alive to successful gardeners that have beautiful gardens, veggie gardens, whatever they like to do, and it's fun to see that success. That's one of the best parts of Kerby's.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we're gonna have a tour of Kerby's Nursery by the owner. So I believe he's going to.
Yeah, so we'll take a quick tour. Like we're kind of in our flowering section here. It is the winter time, so there's a little bit less in stock at this time of the year. To our left now, you're panning towards our shrub section. So those are going to be typically hardy and flowering shrubs for your landscapes. Lots of pretty flowers. A lot of what we have now are what we call cool season or winter annuals, so things that we would just grow in the winter season. And you can always get your picture at our butterfly if you want to grow wings.
Hey, are these papayas?
Yeah.
I have a personal question regarding mangoes. We absolutely love them. This is like a borderline climate. Do you have any tips for mangoes so they could actually produce fruit?
So usually mangoes produce fruit pretty well. The one issue for mangoes is our winters. Like we're at that place where we can get a particularly cold winter. That hasn't happened as much in the last few years, last really 10 years. So it's really the cold in the winter that can be damaging to the mango trees. I have a big one at home right now and it is in bloom like crazy. It does produce for us. So just planting them with good soil to get them started. And making sure that they're in a nice sunny area are probably two of the most important things.
He was asking because we have our own mangoes off our backyard.
Yeah. The mangoes are a fun one to grow. They're delicious. And then we're near our herb section here, so we have a few different types of herbs. That's always popular with people for
Peppermint.
growing different herbs to spice up your recipes and make teas and things like that.
Chocolate.
Yeah, you can grow stevia. No need for sugar. Grow your own.
Oh, so stevia is a plant. I didn't know that.
It is.
Where are you supposed to see it? Stevia leaf.
All right, learning something new at Kerby's Nursery today. Hey, they even got chocolate
It
mint.
actually does smell like chocolate.
Is that a chocolate mint
Yeah, it smells like chocolate peppermint.
and a peppermint?
Mixed.
Peppermint.
There's an orange mint below you as well, just to the left of the stevia. It has a little bit of a citrusy like kind of smell to it.
spearmint. Like, look at it. I want to get a fresh breath.
All kind of herbs. Spearmint, peppermint, pineapple mint, chocolate mint, stevia, orange mint,
Smells like
a lemon balm.
No
Wow.
spearmint.
I tried growing peppermint, but one frost and
Yeah, peppermint, all of the mints don't like the frost, and mints can be invasive. Like if you really get them going, they'll grow pretty well. So yeah, I'll take you guys over to the butterfly house if you want to see that.
A mosquito repellent plant.
Oh yeah, the citronella geranium. It smells like citronella, and the oils in it have mosquito repellent properties. So
we need to
it does
get
not
some.
create a force field around your yard.
But you put it on your yard. Good
You gotta get some oil with it. You find it a lot. We have lots of different house plants as well. So a lot of folks in the last number of years have gotten indoor gardening, bringing plants and nature inside, whether they're working from home or doing school from home or whatever. Bringing that nature inside has been a big trend. As I said, there won't be any bugs in the winter season. Monarchs have migrated and everything else is kind of in hibernation. We do
So
have-
we're at Kerby's nursery in Sefner. They actually have a butterfly house, but you need to come in a warmer month, which is gonna be most likely with like February, March.
This one is lantana. We have a couple. There's like one little milkweed in there. Because caterpillars eat so much. Actually, there's a bunch of them. Because caterpillars eat so much, we have to replace the milkweed.
And they have different types of milkweeds and
there's
other
lots-
plants.
So those are chrysalis from the spring season and summer season.
Oh.
Yeah, there's lots of them.
There's a black chrysalis. Is that one sad stuff?
Could be, you know, there's another one down there, so yeah.
That's the one I saw over here.
Sometimes they hibernate a little
All right,
bit.
homeschoolers,
Like they kind of wait if
this
it's
is what it
cold
looks
and
like
that's-
when you grow new butterflies.
How do the butterflies actually come in?
So we find them on the plants outside and then bring them in to give them, and we give them the nectar plants like pentas and some of the larger plants you see, and then host plants as well, like the milkweed for them to feed. Yeah.
So what it's really cool about this butterfly garden that not only they put out the different plants, but they also labeled what kind of plants are attracting certain butterflies.
Here's a little caterpillar.
Oh, that's
Yo.
a little monarch. We usually get those a lot. Actually.
That's because we only have milkweeds over here.
That's
Jackpot. Butterfly.
Yeah, the
maker.
monarchs are pretty common.
Uh-oh, aphids, I think.
Yeah, aphids are a part of life with butterfly gardening for sure. But then we have different ones, black swallowtails like plants like fennel, giant swallowtails like citrus. So we have a variety of different plants for all of the different butterflies you'll find in our area.
What citrus is that?
That is a calamondin.
Go first.
Super, super sour, but just a small, looks like an orange, but it's very, very sour.
Tried it.
Yeah, you can make like a calamondin lemonade,
Oh.
and that would be okay, but they're pretty sour to eat.
What's that one?
So the big one in the corner there is a Dutchman's pipe vine. If you look up and to the left,
I see it.
yeah, you see the flowers. So those are, so they're a very unique flower, but it is a host plant for the polydamus swallowtail
Yep, that's what it says.
in our area.
What does that part even do?
It's just it's flower. So I think it's not really a carnivorous plant, but I do think it has that to trap like some stuff to bring in food for itself. It's not like a Venus flytrap or anything like that. And then this corner, it's not as thick and full, but that's a passion flower, and that one's for the Gulf fritillary and zebra lung. Island pine, so native to the Norfolk Islands. I can't remember if that's in South America somewhere maybe. But it's a cool little plant. You see it for Christmas a lot. People do them as like little miniature Christmas trees.
So it's this probably tree that Charlie Brown had for his Christmas.
I wonder if it's the
Special.
inspiration. It certainly looks a lot like a little Charlie Brown tree, yeah, for sure. Hard, it doesn't hold a lot of ornaments, so it kind of leans over the same way Charlie Brown's did, for sure.
Stop touching the cactus.
Yeah, they're sharp.
Mr. Joey, so regarding the seminars, so how can somebody learn about your seminars, the schedule
Sure.
and the content? How
Yeah,
can
so on our website, kirbysnursery.com, underneath upcoming events, we'll have our seminars posted. I think we have them posted right now through about March. I don't know if we've gotten quite to April yet. And on our website, you can sign up for our weekly newsletter. It's called Life Lived Outside. We send out a newsletter. It has fun garden stories, Teaching Thursday, a particular tip for the week, and that's also going to have announcements about our events.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And just record a little bit.